You know, we saw Hillary Clinton get a lot more questions this week, continuing on her wealth and the questions of these speaking fees, facing a backlash for taking over $200,000 from the University of Nevada at Las Vegas. I asked President Obama this week if he thought it was becoming a problem for her.
I think that Hillary has been to this rodeo a bunch of times. She is in public service because she cares about the same folks that I talked to here today. As soon as you jump back into the spotlight in a more explicitly political way, you're going to be fly-specked like this. And she's accustomed to it. Over time, I don't think it's going to make a big difference.
So Donna Brazil, let me bring it to you. A lot of Democrats have been worried and a little bit surprised that Hillary can't shake these questions. Is he right that it's not going to make a difference?
I don't think so. If she can pivot and start talking about working families, what she's going to do, bring out her substantive ideas about how she's going to address income inequality. If she can pivot and discuss that, come 2016, this is all in the rearview mirror.
Agree?
No, she's a weak candidate. I don't think the president did her any favors when he said, I think Hillary's been to this rodeo a few times. A bunch of times, he said. Sort of, is that what Democrats want to, is that whom Democrats want to nominate in 2016? Someone who's been to this rodeo a bunch of times? Don't they want someone with new ideas and a fresh vision for the country? I think the more you hear her, leaving aside the money, the more one hears her, the more one wonders, what will she run on? She can't run on Obama's foreign policy, as we've just discussed. So what is she going to run on? What are her achievements?
One of the things the president said, Katrina, is that he believes the Democrats are now unified around a more populist economic agenda. Is that what you're hearing from Hillary?
You know, I think there is more unity, but there's still the Elizabeth Warren wing of the party talks about how our system is rigged. That's different. That requires tackling with the Wall Street wing of the Democratic Party. And I think Hillary Clinton, it needs to do that, lay out her program. But she's going to need to say goodbye to some of her husband's policies, because he presided over the deregulation, over some of what we've seen play out in the crisis of 2008
Does she have to cut back on this paid speaking too?
I absolutely think. I mean, if she were going to run for, if she is going to run for president, there's no reason for her to keep taking $200,000 speeches. These are two people that have made over $100 million over the last 8 years. To me, the problem isn't the money. The problem is authenticity related to this. It seems like they both want to be wealthy, but they don't want to be being perceived as wealthy. I thought she could have handled this much better by saying, listen, we've been blessed in our life. We've been lucky. There's many things that...
She did. No, she didn't. No, she did. Go to the Guardian interview. They failed to report that part.
But she said she made her money by hard work. All those rich guys who started businesses, they got lucky. It's that hard work of showing up and speaking.
What's wrong with a woman making as much money on the speaking trail?
Donna, you and I have spoken together, Donna. Is it hard work to show up and speak for an hour? $200,000 of hard work?
At some point, people... Gandhi said that what we say and what we think and what we do need to be in alignment. And the problem, I think, for most Americans with Hillary Clinton in this is that what she says, what she thinks, and what she does, she might fight for the working poor. She might do that. But when you're in the, not just the 1%, you're in the top 1%, top half of 1% of this, and then you act like it's somehow wrong that you are.
Maybe she has a hard time talking about her wealth, but this is a woman who has always been aligned with the values of middle class people who always fought for the working poor. And even this week, while she was being criticized for her money, she was announcing a youth initiative that employs people 16 to 24 who are out of work.
But think of our history. Franklin Roosevelt, John Kennedy, these were not paupers. I mean, it's not about your wealth. It's about which side you're on, what you lay out for working people in this country, and what kind of economy for working people you want to build.